So now,
Ina. Ina, like almost
Ina,
like
Ina.
E-N-A.
So
Ina.
the
Yeah.
sounds like E.
Yes, sure does. It sure
Right.
does.
Okay.
Hmm. Sure does. Sure does. They'll be on here in a second. But you were saying you doing a lecture. You were doing a
Yeah, doing a
lecture.
lecture and people and sister asked me what was the key to my success. I mean, because I come from very, 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 humble beginnings,
Right.
born in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, New York, to a
Wow.
family of 11, 8 boys and 3 girls. And my father was a New York City cab driver, married, came here from Guyana. And uh, he was actually in the British Navy. It was British Guyana at that time. He
Wow.
jumped ship. This is in the early 1900s. He jumped ship and was an illegal immigrant for a while, and then found married a beautiful fair-skinned sister, Ida Mae Baldwin, uh, and there was 11 of us. All right, and when I turned two, hello, gorgeous, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I was talking to Antonio. No, just
Yes, my gorgeous feminine skin.
I
Yes,
got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. So anyway, I was just giving Antonio a little. It's a lesson I learned, but a little bit from my background. And when I turned two, he was 11 of us in our family in Brooklyn. And when I turned two, my mother became mentally ill, and she had to be institutionalized. And she went into a Kings County Hospital, which was an insane asylum. That's what we called it back in the day. And she died in there. She stayed in there 50 years. But anyway, so my father couldn't take care of 11 children, right? He
ain't
working
too
12.
many people that can. Yeah.
Okay. So I was orphaned. I was orphaned, me and my sister and my younger brother. We were orphaned, stayed in an orphanage from 2 to 5, and then went into foster care. And we aged out of foster care at 18. But my father maintained the brownstone that he had in Brooklyn, 3 stories, beautiful. And but because we were the youngest, my older brothers, when they aged out of foster care, went back to the brownstone first. They were about 3, 4 years older than us. And by the time we got there, they were heroin dealers and heroin addicts.
Mhm.
Heroin dealers. Now, heroin was the drug du jour, was not cocaine. Back then, in the 50s and 60s, it was the hard stuff, right? That's the stuff that Miles Davis was on, all of the musicians were on. So and I remember I'm 18 years old. I ain't got no money. I did get a job. I was mopping floors on the midnight shift at LaGuardia Airport, cleaning toilets and urinals. That's the work I was doing. But I knew in my conscious mind that I had to get out of there. I had to get out of there, man. Okay. And so I tried to talk my younger brother Joseph into coming with me. I said, listen, we got a sister in Cleveland where I live now, and she's willing to take us in, and but we got to get there. And he didn't want to go. He wanted to stay with his brothers. So I worked a couple of years, got my money together, right? And then I got on the Greyhound bus to Cleveland, Ohio. And I had an older sister who took me in. Hi, Grace. How are you?
Hello,
Yes.
Dr. Fraser. I'm
Uh,
well. How about yourself?
both Grace and Ina. If I
Yeah.
die, they in my will somewhere. These are my two right hand men. They just happen to be women.
So, whoa, man. Whoa, man. Um, so and I went to Cleveland and got another job in a small little building in Cleveland called Cleveland Clinic. It was one building. I don't know if you know of Cleveland Clinic or if you've seen it today. It's 2 square miles.
Hmm.
So I worked in the laundry room. So anyway, it was not a good time. And but I learned a very important lesson, and I want to teach it to the three of you. And it
Please.
was when I was mopping floors, trying to earn some money to get out of Cleveland. I mean, to get out of New York. And I was cleaning bath on a midnight shift at LaGuardia Airport. This is the lesson. And I'm still talking. I'm 80 years old, and I'm still talking about this lesson. Okay. And I'm in a stall cleaning a toilet. About 1 o'clock in the morning, and a man comes in on a late flight, and he needs to use the bathroom. So he uses the bathroom, and then he goes over to the sink. I popped out of the stall at that time, and I'm seeing him. He had balled up a paper towel, and he was wiping down the counter and polishing the chrome on the sink faucet. So I looked at him and I smiled. I said, "Would you like a job?" And he laughed, right? And he said, he laughed. He said, "But there's something else very funny." He said, "I've never been into a bathroom where the person who was cleaning the toilet was whistling. Why were you whistling?" And I said, "Well, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Find some value in whatever it is that you're doing." I said, "But I have a question to ask you. Why were you wiping off the counter and polishing the chrome in this public bathroom when in fact that's my job?" He said, "I've learned a very simple lesson in life, young man, that no matter where you go or what you touch, leave it just a little bit better." That went into my deep subconscious mind and changed the entire, now I'm 19 years old, changed the entire trajectory of my life. And my life has been, and my record shows that whatever I've touched and wherever I've been, I've left it just a little bit better. Now, this is so granular in me. I could get a piece of candy and the wrapper on that candy, and I'm walking the streets of wherever I am. I put the candy in my mouth. I cannot even throw the wrapper on the ground. The wrapper. Now, I just reached into my pocket because I had a piece of candy this morning driving into my office. There it is. It's serious, right? Because I'm walking this ground. I'm not throwing anything on it, does not leave it better, right? That's how habitualized and granulated that simple lesson at 19 years old have been. I say all that to say this, and I didn't mean to bore you with the gory details.
No, it's amazing.
Now, I digressed. I left Brooklyn, came to Cleveland. Fast forward 3 years later, remember I tried to get my younger brother to come with me. He didn't come. I get a call from my sister, who's 1 year older than me. She said Joseph was just killed in a drug deal, selling heroin that went bad. They bombed his apartment. So not only was Joseph killed, my brother, but the six friends that he was meeting with, they were killed too. 7 people died in that bombing. What's the other lesson? Be careful who you hang with. As they go, so go you. What's the point? Don't spend major time with minor people. People going nowhere want you to go nowhere with them. People doing nothing want you to do nothing with them. Right? If you want to change your life, change your relationships. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
No, that's right.
But it's so great to see you again. And I went through that poem. I had to first print it out. I printed it out, right?
Yep.
Right. And I said, I'd be damn glad when he makes this a damn book, because it's hard reading stuff with rubber bands.
Rubber bands.
So
We'll send that copy out today for
send me
sure.
a signed copy. Don't just send me damn copy. Don't say a signed copy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because let me, I'll tell you a secret. This is what I tell everybody when I sign books and go to and speak. I say, save this book because my signature would be more valuable than the book 100 years from now. Okay. All right. So the information is good, but 100 years from now, I don't even know it'd be relevant. But you're gonna be a superstar. A signature, I can signature makes it valuable. No question
Yes,
about
sir. Yes,
it. So
sir.
how
I
y'all
remember.
doing? What you doing? What you up to?
La-
Where you going?
Ladies.
How you gonna get there?
Well, right now, Antonio is working tirelessly on a gaming. Okay, it's gonna sound. I'm trying to get it to where it is. It's like a million times wow, but I know it as a gaming app, but it's more than a gaming app, and I'm just excited for it to come out. He has so much going on in the gaming app, and it's one of those games that I like to play where you match three and all that kind of stuff. But he has a lot more within the gaming app that I don't recollect or not recollect. I don't know the word, but I just know when it comes out, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And he's also made me and Ida. Did you say what senior level programmers? Is that what
Yeah, I gave them both my skill sets. So right now they're both, I've been doing artificial intelligence programming since 2012. So it's kind of my time, with the AI revolution. And I gave them both my skill sets. So they're now senior level programmers
Oh,
right
awesome.
now. Yeah.
Awesome. And you're gonna have to transmute your programming skills. Now, you know what transmutation is, right? The ability to take the useful skills that you need programming to apply that to something else. Why is that, Dr. Fraser? Because AI going forward is going to do all the programming.
Absolutely.
That's where it's all going.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do all the programming. Now it's a game, it's a game, it's a gaming app, right? What you're doing there, Grace?
Yes, sir.
Right?
yes, sir.
Right. So it's gaming and learning.
Yeah, yes, if I sir. Can
We should
add
not
to
be
that,
playing any, we
if
should
that's
not
all
be playing
right.
any damn games unless we're learning something.
Yes, sir. Okay, Fraser.
Right, you
If I
understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and then you got to frame it that way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything
sir.
is in the frame. It's how you frame something. If you get the frame right, the picture is beautiful.
Yes, sir.
So it's game. So gaming for us is certainly for Black folk. It's okay to game so long as you're learning. And the
Yes, sir.
question is, what are you learning?
Well, if I
Other
can
than
add to
small.
that, Dr. Fraser, Antonio, he weaved all sorts of lessons in there. So it's like a basic game like you would think, but then there are levels where you grow and you learn things. So it's for the somebody who listens and who grows with the game will get so much out of it, like on a spiritual level. So this game is it's like if you can have the masses play it, which will happen because it will be very popular, people will grow and learn. And this game is really it's extraordinary. So yeah,
That's
just wanted to add
great.
that.
Now, in your branding and marketing, you've got to frame it up that way. You got to frame it up that way. Now, you got to be real careful because young folk get scared of the word of learning, right? They want fun. So it's learning while having fun, or it's having fun while learning. It's all in how you frame it, ultimately brand it, right? And then market it. So that takes as much thought and strategy as developing the game. You do that right, it's gonna it'll blow up.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely.
And that
Absolutely.
advice,
Now,
all
but
that advice is free. There's no charge for
well, I sure appreciate you because it was worth $10 million for sure. It's
it. All right.
worth $10
So
million.
what did I say? The lesson I learned: no matter where you go or whom you touch, leave
Leave
them
it better.
just a little bit better.
Yeah. I'm
Amen.
so grateful. That's why you're my hero. That's why you're my hero. For sure. For sure. Now, of course, sir, you know, my secret agenda, as you talking about transmutation, is to control economics, finance, data information, manufacturing, infrastructure, communications, and human resources. You know, that's my secret agenda.
I
So
know. I love
yeah,
it.
the video game is doing that. So, yeah.
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 I mean, you're
Because
so
what you
ahead of
said,
man.
because AI will replace me, even though I'm behind AI, it will replace me.
Yeah,
So I'm controlling the
yeah.
infrastructure itself.
You're so ahead of the game. I mean, you're so ahead of the curve. And that's a gift from God. I mean, that's a gift, my brother. I mean, it really is a gift, and you have to honor that gift and produce. And you have. And I'm saying these are things that you recognize that that's a gift. Not a whole lot of people pop out, right, and do what you're doing, right? And so, and actually, you know, if you really think about it, Antonio, you're an old soul, right? I mean, I mean, how old are you?
43.
Yeah, see my Ferragamos are older than you. Okay.
Mm.
And I mean, and it's my Ralph Lauren suit is older than you. But
Yeah.
but I'm just saying you have a tremendous body of wisdom that you have articulated, which takes tremendous discipline to do what you have done. And so you're way ahead of the curve. And actually, there's a generation or two that's going to have to catch up with you. But the best thing is that you're ahead of the curve,
Sure.
right?
Yes, sir.
Because the world is changing, man. No question about it. And this knucklehead that we have in office, uh, that may be he may be a good thing. If you can look at a terrible thing,
Yeah.
let me say that a different way. Write this down. Well,
Yes,
you're
sir.
actually recording it.
I'm still
The
writing it
quote I
down.
often use when I start a talk, a speech, which I'll be doing tomorrow in Houston. And it's quote, and it's my quote. And it goes, I asked for flowers, and God gave me rain. Now, I said that at a pastoral conference a month ago, about 300 pastors in Atlanta. 90% of them stood up and applauded. I said, you got a sermon. Now, if you want me to unpack that for you, I'll do it. But there's a million ways you can unpack that. But the simplest way to understand that, I asked for flowers and God gave me rain, is that God knows what you want, but he does not always give you exactly what you want. He gives you what you need to get what you want.
Mm.
And it is the need that you are obedient to that provides the lessons needed to get what you want. That's one way to interpret it, right? So it has to do with perseverance. It has to do with self-education. It has to do with building a support network, and it has to do with hard work and sacrifice. All of that in that little saying. I asked for flowers, and God gave me rain. Because there are no flowers without rain.
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
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 All right.
Amen. Yeah,
Now
powerful.
you set up this, and I apologize. I'm running off at the mouth here. You wanted to zoom in on this, and the minute I saw your request, I said let's do it, right?
I
So
appreciate
whoop,
you.
whoop, here it is.
There it is. No, I don't
Well,
have nothing. Every time we get together, I want to hear you. I don't want to hear me for sure. I ain't no dummy. I want to hear you, right? For sure. And I'm looking forward to, I think the conference is November. So I'm looking forward. And
yeah, oh yeah,
it'll be
yeah. I know that was primarily the focus, and we'll talk about that. It's 60% sold out, and it was still almost 5 months away. And it's going to be all that in a bag of chips, and you need to be in the place and space. Um, and I'm going to find some way when I command the stage to bring some recognition to you and your team for what you have contributed to the culture on the down low.
Yes, sir.
Right? Of which I absolutely love that. That's the reason I love it, is because that's my style too. I work very quietly, right? I seek advice and counsel from those who can give me advice and counsel, and then I produce what I produce, and I look for no credit.
That's right.
Right? I just look for change.
Mm.
That's all. So the credit comes when change happens.
Yeah.
Right? So you sort of roll the same kind of way,
Yes, sir.
except I wish I was your age.
Stop.
Both I wish I was your age, and then maybe I wish I was not your age, because
Right.
right, and it's because I'm doing what I'm doing at 80, and it's important and significant, and you're doing what you're doing at 40.
Exactly. And I'm trying to get to your age. Exactly. I want to keep waking up now.
There you go. Amen. I had a birthday party, my 80th birthday party in New York, in Harlem. And they interviewed me before the party. And the final question of the interview is, Dr. Fraser, what is your next big mountain to climb? So I paused for a second. I said, my next big mountain to climb is to make it to 90. Right? Now, let me give you some statistics on that. I asked AI, what percentage of Black men live to be 80? 4%. 96% never make it. That's important. Then I asked AI, what percentage of Black men make it to 90 in America? 1%. So that's a big ass mountain to climb. Right? Because I would love to be 90, but in my right mind. Right? Not dribbling and can't walk or can't produce. One of my mentors is Andy Young from Martin Luther King's days.
Really?
Andrew Young, 94, and still kicking it. Still incredible mind, incredible brain, still contributing. He'll be at the conference in Atlanta. Yeah. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it, man.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
No, let me finish with this. And I may have told you this. And if I have, it deserves repeating to remind you this. There's been a national study on the 3 most productive periods of our life. The 3 most productive periods of our life. The 3rd most productive period of our life is between 50 and 60. The 2nd most productive period of our life is between 70 and 80. And the number 1 most productive period of our life is between 60 and 70. Now, what does that mean? It means from 0 to 49, you haven't done shit yet. that God has prepared you. Now, you are the exception to the rule, and there are always exceptions, right? But God has
Right.
prepared us to do the learning needed, acquire the wisdom from 0 to 49,
Hmm.
and to do our best work the final 30 years of our life. So what you gonna look like? I mean, with what you've already done, what does that look like
Oh
between
man.
50 and 80?
Oh
And
man.
as you pointed out, if you wake up all those days.
Yeah.
So even if you don't, you've already left a legacy.
Yes, sir.
Right? You have children?
Yes, sir. Got 4 of them.
Okay.
2
So
girls,
that's
2
your first
boys.
legacy.
Yes, sir.
Job completed. Now, your intellectual prowess, your giftedness, your vision, your insight that you have disciplined yourself to put in writing. That's
Yeah.
really rare. And that's
I'm
a beautiful
grateful.
thing. Okay, I'm finished now. I'm finished.
Ladies, did y'all have something final to say to him?
You had the invitation. No, you wanted to. It's your agenda.
Oh no. Ladies, did y'all anything?
Can you hear us?
I just wanted to tell him that, listen, my dad will be 80 in July.
There
So,
you go. There you go. In a few weeks.
yes, sir.
That's a blessing.
The
That's a,
blessing.
that's a blessing. So
Yeah.
he beat 96% of
Yes,
us.
sir. Yes, sir. He and my mom are celebrating 50 years on tomorrow.
52 for me and Nora Jean.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
52 years, the same sister.
Yes,
People,
sir.
in fact, Antonio, people ask me a question all the time. Dr. Fraser, what's the key to staying married to the same sister for 52 years? I said, it's very simple. It's a one-word answer. Amnesia. Amnesia. So let me explain that. In 52 years, Dr. Fraser is going to do some dumb shit. I'm a human. I ain't perfect. I'm going to do some dumb shit. And so is Nora Jean in 52 years. So when we do our dumb shit, we discuss it like we have emotional intelligence. We reach middle ground. We then bless it and release it, never to bring that shit up again. Unless you do the same shit again. Then that's another conversation.
You sure right about that. That's a whole
Right?
conversation, the whole behavior pattern right there. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You just reminded me of when I was in college. I don't remember if it was undergrad or uppergrad, but it was somewhere in between. One of my professors told everybody, don't base your marriage on love, base it on forgiveness, because love is too volatile. All right. So you just reminded me. I hadn't thought about that till you just said it. So I think I graduated 10 years ago. So
That's
10
that's
years.
deep.
Yeah.
And whoever told you that is precisely right. No
Yeah.
question about that. My next book, I'm writing a book now called The New Flex. Let me see, what did I do with it? Well, here it is. It's called The New Flex. This is The New Flex, The Existential Crisis of the Black Family, A Path to Resurrection.
Mm.
That's how smart I am, right? 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 I said resurrection. Right? So for us, anytime you say resurrection, you think of one man,
Right.
Jesus. And I'm saying, yeah, Jesus is the only one that can save our black asses. But
That's
anyway,
about right.
right, because there is a crisis in our culture here in America.
Yeah.
The marriage, when I was a kid in the 50s, was 80% among the culture. It's now 23%. And AI projects based on facts and statistics and trends that if we don't fix it in the next 20 years, it'll be 8%. Right? 23% of Black women are not married. Right? And 29% of Black women will never get married. 66% of Black men in America are not married, and 34% of them will never get married. It's exacerbated by two other statistics that are generations old. 72% of our children are born out of wedlock. And almost 80% of our children are raised in a single parent household, principally by a Black woman. Now, if it takes a man and a woman to give birth to a child, it is obvious to me that it should take a man and a woman to raise a child. Well, that ain't happening.
No, sir.
So we have serious work to do. It's had a profound impact on our ability for the intergenerational transfer of wealth. It's had a domino effect in many. There's actually, now we're talking about the modern Black man and woman, not the OGs. That's a whole, no, modern,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, and so we have some serious work to do. And so my advice when I give that talk is, sisters, if you can't build with them, don't chill with them. Same
Sound
thing.
like a t-shirt. Sound like a t-shirt.
Same thing for the brothers. There you go. See, this is the marketing genius here. This is exactly right. Right. In fact, thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
That is a t-shirt at the Power Network Conference.
Yeah, it sure is.
You can't build with them. Don't chill with them.
That's right.
So one of the suggestions I'm going to make in the book, you might like this, you might not like this, is to change the vows. Not all of them, but one particular sentence, I have an adjustment. And you sort of hit on it. That part where we put our hand on the Bible, say, till death to us part, we change that to, for as long as we shall love. That way the focus is love and not death.
Powerful.
Diana, you live in France, right? Do you live in France?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I've done some studying about France.
Mhm.
And the French people, are you married, dear?
Yes.
Okay. The French people, now you probably know this. The French people have moved to a different system. That cohabitation is at a higher rate in France than marriage.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Cohabitation. And fundamentally, the legal system puts the male at a disadvantage. If something should happen, there's a divorce. In America, I don't know what it is in France, but I know that you're moving to cohabitation. That's what your country is moving to. And that's
Yes.
right,
Well,
partnership.
yeah, it's true. The thing is, but it fits a bit on what you want to change the vow to, because as long as there's love, because people want to be together. Here we don't have the culture that we want to not marry, for example, or that we want to raise as a single parent. That's not really it. But we want to get loose because, divorces are long, and so people want to have more liberty, perhaps sometimes a bit too much. But the thing is, that we can get more peaceful to a solution if a separation comes along.
That's right.
And so people, like couples aren't like fighting, so they still co-parent. And usually it works out very well. It's rarely that it turns out
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Cohabitation upon divorce is less toxic.
Mhm.
It's less toxic on the male and the female, and most importantly, the children.
Hmm.
So I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. And when we look at what's going on in America, because it's not just Black folk, although we have the lowest marriage rate, but it's white
Yeah.
folk too. Their
Oh,
marriage.
it's the whole postmodernism. It's the
That's right.
whole
That
postmodernism. Yeah.
postmodernist thing. They have gone from 90% in America to 57%. Right? So there's something in the water, something is happening. And the whole concept of marriage over the next couple of generations may morph into something like cohabitation, situationships, partnerships, and those kinds, for the reasons we just talked about. Because
Yeah.
divorce rates are 50 to 75%. So make it better, less toxic, which is
There's
exactly
so much. Yeah, there's so much you said there. There's so much I want to say, but it's just one thing that's glaring that sounds so offensive, but it's just logical. These days, I'm a traditional man, and I teach my boys specifically how to be traditional men. I teach my girls how to be traditional women.
right.
We have to come to grips, and I know the comment section, if we post this on YouTube, they're gonna come for me, but marriage these days, I'm not talking about when you was growing up, these days have no benefit for a man.
That's right.
No benefit.
That's
No
why
benefit.
there's war between the modern Black woman and the modern Black man, or any man. There are no benefits. That's
No
exactly right.
benefit.
That's
No
exactly
benefit.
right. And men are finally seeing that we have
Yep.
no say,
No say.
right? So it is. So we're at the mercy of whatever the woman decides on how she wants to
Right.
run it down. And we
Right.
see so many examples of a gorgeous woman marrying a very successful brother who's moneyed, and it's a game.
Yep.
It's a game.
Yeah. A lot of them have a 2-year plan to get
Oh
in, get
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. That's right. Just we read about it all the time. It's
Yeah.
not like it's a secret.
Mm-mm.
Right? It's not
Mm-mm.
like it's a secret. And if you got riches and you go for that okey doke, and you have not tested that relationship, but you're all hung up on the sexual thing.
Yeah.
uh you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's heavy duty, man. So there's a lot to it, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be writing about it.
I'm looking forward to getting it. I want a signed copy. I want a
And
signed copy.
oh hell yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well,
So
I know
Enid,
you got to go, and then okay,
Enid,
good.
what were
Enid?
you thinking about now? Your note was about what, the power networking experience and
Oh,
VIP.
yes.
So what do you guys want to do on that? You said you had a couple of people, so what do you how can I help? What do you want?
Just us, this
The
this
four of you?
Grace.
The three of
But
us.
it's just three. Just three. It's just me, Grace, and Ina.
Okay, then I'm thinking four because I'm looking at myself.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll be there. I think I can get a deal.
Yeah, I think you'll be there. Yeah. You'll be at your own conference, your own legacy. You'll be
Oh
there.
God. Oh God. Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
So yeah, you're gonna let me look at so I don't know how you roll when you go to conferences. It's just everybody rolls different. Okay. Now if I'm not speaking at a conference, the only way I go to a conference is as a VIP. Okay.
Right.
Simply because I want first dibs. I want to be down
Right.
front. I want all the inside private stuff.
That's right.
That's where all the relationships are.
Mhm.
So we've got two levels of VIP each, and then we have we have a premium registration. That's $1,967 a person. That's premium level. Now we have a student. I don't even want to embarrass you with it's $267. All that does is it gets you in the room for a couple of days and you don't get any meals or you get access to the work. I mean, the only reason we did that is really the first year we did that, Antonio, is because Atlanta is a college town. And we got three of our most important universities in Atlanta: Morehouse, Spelman, Clark Atlanta. So you got to have something for the kids, right? So that's the kid rate, but it has no whistles and bells. Okay. So I just wanted you to know that. Then the first registration is what we call premium. That's $1,967. Then we have two levels of VIP. One is we call the prestige level. That's $5,967. And then, believe it or not, we have a Royale level that's almost sold out. And that's $16,000 because that's how a lot of Black people roll, right? They want to be VIP. That's 16 grand. Now, so I just wanted to give you the lay of the land, and you could see this on the website as well at the powernetworkingex.com, powernetworkingex.com. So whatever you want, whatever you choose, I'm going to
sure.
give you a 50% discount.
I appreciate you. And I know earlier, I think in February, I don't want to sit on this recording, I'll text it to you. I know earlier I sent you this, and you had me send it to a couple of accounts. So right there, I just texted to you. I don't want to sit on the recording line because
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you sign up? Did you sign up earlier?
Well, it was so earlier. It was like early this year, so I just sent it because you my hero and very trustworthy. So I just sent it.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. I sent it and paid in full. So I guess you'll have to do the official sign up, but I know for sure I did it all then. Yeah, I did.
Okay,
It was way
hold on,
back
hold
in
on.
January,
Okay, all right,
February.
let me get it right now. Shit. Right?
Yeah.
No. Okay. I just turned my phone. I turned it off so it wouldn't disturb me.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And
And it's still got the it still got the receipts and stuff
all
in
right.
there.
So yeah, all right. So let's pivot from there. Now, did you was it something you did for yourself or you did for the three or
You told me to do it for all three of us, and you gave a dollar amount that you wanted me to send, and I sent it.
Okay. All right. So you've
Mm-hmm.
handled that already.
But yes, hey, you are my heroes. Let me say this for everybody, for
Okay.
these ladies, plus everybody's going to be listening later. You pay for access. I just want to let everybody know that. Like you don't, you pray for God, but you pay for access. You understand? And men like Dr. George Fraser, you pay to get in their presence.
All right. I'm looking for
So
it now.
listen, that's why I paid way back in. Shucks. Oh, this wasn't even. I'm lying. I did this. This was so long. I did this September last year. You
Oh,
had just ended. Yeah, I did this September. You got your last section September 4th. Yep, September 4th at 10:56
all right. You
p.m.
said you texted to me?
I texted. Yeah, I texted to you, but
No.
it went to the first half went to your Fraser net and Hunting and National, and then you asked me to send something to.
All right. But you said you just text me something.
Oh yeah, I text you how much I sent.
Oh, okay.
Right
I'm
here.
looking for that.
Okay,
All
so
right.
it should
So
be coming through right now.
yeah. All right. So you jumped the gun.
Yes,
That's
yes,
smart.
sir.
That's smart.
Yes, sir. So I
That's
text you
smart,
how
man.
much I sent. Did it come through yet? Let me cut my
I'm
VPN
looking
off.
for
I
it.
have
I'm looking at it now.
okay.
Oh yeah. right here.
Right there. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Well, you're good.
Those are two good words.
You're good.
Those are two good words. Yes,
You're
sir.
good, man. All right. Okay.
Yes,
So I'm
sir.
just like, I'm out of it. That was September. Jesus
September.
Christmas. Of last year. Oh,
Yes,
well,
sir.
okay. That's no
I,
wonder I
I,
didn't remember.
I need to
Okay.
be in front of my
And
hero
you said
ASAP.
it went to my Huntington account, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
like
Okay. So
like
you good.
67% went to the Hunting account, and then you asked
Yeah.
for another to go to another account.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So so A, that's not three VIP. Now there's a VIP in there for one, and then there's a premium in there for your partners.
Okay,
So
good.
you will get a VIP.
Well, you know,
I gotta
God is
make
good.
note of that, right? And then your Ina and Grace will get a premium.
Sounds
Okay.
good. And if you send me a text with the difference, I'll make sure we upgrade them to the VIP.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll do
sir.
that. Okay, so you want
Yes,
them to
sir.
roll with you. Okay, well that's what a good boss
Absolutely.
does anyway. Okay. Because as I said, because I said I only roll when I go to a conference, I only roll with VIP, and I take my crew, my inner circle, and they roll with me. Right. Because they're my protection.
That's right.
Okay. So this is a piece of advice I give to sisters. Now I want you to listen to me.
Yes, sir.
Our job is to provide and protect. So when a man opens a door, you do not go first. The man goes first. So when you have a shield, you ever watch the warriors from old and they have a shield? Where does the shield, where is it placed?
In front of him.
In front of him. So we got it all wrong for ladies in America. Wrong. Man opens the door for himself first to get in front of you to protect you.
Wow.
Now you need to make that go viral.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
All
sure
right.
Ina gonna put this on
You
YouTube. I'm
get
pretty
these
sure it's gonna
sisters,
go viral.
Oh,
right?
yes.
You get these
Yes.
sisters, boy, right? You open the door and you go first because that's what I do. I had to teach my wife that. I mean, they face be all messed up, right? They say, "Well, that's not a gentleman." Wrong. You have no concept of what our role and responsibility it is to protect you.
Right.
This is why when we walk with you down the street, where is the man supposed to be?
A
Right?
lot of
On
calls.
the curve.
On the curve, right?
So if a car runs up on the curve, he killed a man first.
Right.
Right? You have a split second to get away. So that's I don't even know how I got off on that. But anyway.
You mentioned about your crew. Your crew goes with
yes,
you.
a crew, and that's how we roll. And you know, I want to upgrade
The
them
crew.
to VIP.
That's right. That's
well.
exactly right.
And I want to upgrade them to VIP. Yes, and you're worth. And that, I'm just saying, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the audience now. Ina, make sure you do because he's got a huge following on Instagram, especially these days lately. So clip a bunch of stuff too, so they can see. But
Antonio, do I have your
yes, sir.
Just text me your email again. Okay.
I sure will. I sure will.
And then I'll get you the other information you just requested.
I got you. Yes, sir. Sure will. And then, but ladies, you pay for access. Okay. It's one thing. It's one thing to admire somebody, but if you really admire them, you'll pay full price.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
It will
friends
be
don't let
impossible for you to
friends
be in that room
Amen.
and not get 5 times the value that you invested. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it. Is to put you in front of and to be with the best and the brightest. And as you've heard me say, introduce me to your 5 closest ride and dies, and that will tell me who you are.
Mm.
All right. As they know and as they go, so go you. All right. So
Sure.
what did I say earlier? Don't spend major time with minor people. People going nowhere. Want you to go nowhere with them. All right. So this is a beautiful thing. So this is timely and and you guys always excite me. Antonio, you excite me when I talk to you.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Really, and I appreciate you so much, and the grace that you have, and the loyalty that you have to your team. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, that's how I've gotten, where I am. Right, loyal. Started with a partner when I started the business 40 years ago. It was my ride and die. We started together. He died of cancer about 5 years ago. But I still am close to his daughter and his wife who's still living and still the on a pension kind of thing. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Amen to that.
But sometimes you got to go through a lot of people to get to that, though. So we
Okay,
make
that's
our
my
share,
testimony.
right? We make our share of mistakes now,
Yeah, yeah,
right? All that
yeah.
glitters, not gold.
I
Right,
had to learn it. Yeah,
right.
buddy.
Yeah. So this has been good. I'm
Good, sir.
excited. And Ina, and Grace, I need your email addresses as well.
Yes, sir.
Names and email addresses, because I'll have to check with my person who's in charge of registration, make sure that you're both. Well, I don't think you are, because I think yeah, because I did check with. So I'll get all of that straight. So to get that straight, I will need your name, your email address, your cell phone number, some sort of address. Just text it to me at gfraser@frasernet.com. So when I tied the knot up with the ultimate deal package with Antonio for everybody, I will communicate that information to her appropriately.
I
Okay.
will send you on the email that I sent you. I will send you all the information.
You can send, you can send, you can send it on that email as well.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
So we'll
Perfect.
dot the I's and cross the T's, and you know where I am. And when you call, I answer.
Yes, sir. I don't even know how to show admiration and enthusiasm for that, but it's amazing because a man like you, I know I do it, so I know you do it times 100.
Yeah.
I'm very, very selective of where I point my energy at.
That's
Very.
right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
the mere fact that you point your energy at me and respond to my energy,
Yeah.
I understand that that's off the chart somewhere. I get
Yeah,
it. So yes, sir.
Yeah, so you bring a thought to mind. I may have said this to you, but I'm going to repeat it. When the Buddha was asked, "What is the biggest mistake that humans make?" The Buddha replied, "The biggest mistake that humans make is to think they have time.
Mhm.
You're not killing time. Time is killing you."
Mm.
So I will tell anybody in a New York minute, do anything, but don't waste my time. I will get more money, but I will not get any more time.
Yes,
And
sir.
I don't know how much time I have, but I'm not going to allow you to waste it.
Mm.
Don't waste your time. It's like I blink my eyes, Antonio, and I'm 80 years old.
That makes all the time you've given anybody since you turned 80 even more precious.
Yes. Bingo. Bingo.
Man.
Bingo.
Wow.
The less of diamonds, whatever, rubies, the more precious and the more expensive it is.
Ooh, you better talk.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No,
Okay.
I got you. So I'm gonna text you what you asked Ina. Make sure you handle exactly what he said to the standard in which he said, because
Yeah,
he's gonna
and
forward that.
Antonio, I'll give you a call. I think I have you. Hold on, let me make sure I have you. I think I have you in my contacts. I just want to make sure. Let me see.
That number I text you from is my direct cell.
Was that your direct cell? The one you
Yes,
text me?
sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the one I text you from.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep, I got you. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
I got you. So, but all right. So good. So you'll hear from me shortly after we finish, and we'll dot the i's across the t's and get it rolling. And then I'll be looking
For sure.
to see everybody. That's how we say it in
VIP.
culture. Everybody in Atlanta.
Sir. That's it.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, sir. It's been a blessing. And I'm
Appreciate
looking forward to doing that difference. And then I'll swing it around this video game we got going on. Ladies, thank you for being here. Audience, which didn't even plan to record this, but here you go. Another hot one. Pay for access. The only thing I got to tell you. Pay for
That's right.
freaking access.
That's right. That's
Pay
right.
for it.
That's
Stop
right.
playing.
That's right.
Stop playing.
That is a beautiful point. What is access? Access is an investment in you.
Mm.
And what's the most important investment you could make in your freaking life? You. Investment in you. That you would expect the biggest return on.
Mm.
Invest in you. Amen. Access is everything.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank
All
you,
right.
ladies. All right.
Thank
Y'all have
you.
a good one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.